Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to somebody out there. I'm so glad to be back on here. And I just wanted to ask you guys, how are your backs feeling? How are your knees feeling? How are your ankles feeling? And how was work? Did you sleep well at night? You know, when you get older, as you get, your bones start to just get so weak, and I could feel it in my body. God, oof, this old age is taking a toll on me. But I'm doing fine. I'm here, alive and well. But how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine and just living life to the greatest and the biggest potential that you have. So, moving on. Oh yeah, before I move on, let me say something. So someone actually emailed me. It was a friend of mine. He emailed me and he had addressed to me that he doesn't feel welcome when he watched my video. I'm like, how do you not feel welcome when you watch my video? He clearly said to me that he doesn't feel welcome because I don't introduce myself, and I didn't think I needed to introduce myself, but maybe he's right. So because I like to make everybody happy, so happy, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Mariem, and I am a certified life coach for life purpose and empowerment coach. And I want to share some tips with you here today. How is that? Great, right? So now let's move on. I'm sure he'll be happy about it when he sees this video. So a lot of times, don't you feel that you're so burdened with so much problems? Like so much problems, so much problems, and you're just like, where did all these problems come from, right? Well, guess what? I figured it all out. You are so busy having problems with everybody else's problem that you forget to have a problem with the problems that you have. Let me repeat that for you. We're so busy, so busy having problems with everyone else's problem, but we are not having problems with the problems that we have, right? And I have learned this the hardest. I'm telling you, with the hardest way. You know me, if you know me, right? You know I'm the type of person that walk into the same wall like 1,000 times before I realize it hurts, right? So I finally figured it out. We're having so much problems, and our heads will start hurting in the middle of the night. We can't concentrate because we're so focused on having problems with everyone else's problems but our own problems. Ain't that something? Your head is hurting because you're so worried about somebody else's problems, right? So let me ask you a question, right? If you don't have a problem with the problem that you have, how can you fix the problem or the problems, right? I ask this because in order to fix something, you have to see that it's broken, right? You can't fix something that's not broken. They always say, if it's not broken, leave it alone. So in order to fix something, you have to see that it's not broken. You have to have an issue with it in order to address it, right? Okay, fine. Now you realize that you have a problem. There's two things that you can decide to do, right? First, you can either throw it in the trash or you can work on it. If you decide to keep this broken item, you have to fix it. Because if you don't fix it, and when it falls again, it will shatter more, right? And the more it shatters, the harder it becomes to fix, correct? And most of us, by the time we realize that we should have tried putting the pieces together, we've probably already destroyed people, relationships, businesses, jobs, trust, and sometimes ourselves. And the one thing you don't want to do, despite of destroying all those other things, is destroying yourself, because now you got to live with yourself. So if you destroy yourself, that's just bad, because you have no choice for the rest of your life to walk around with yourself. You got to deal with yourself. You got to go up the stairs with yourself, go down the stairs with yourself. You do not want to destroy yourself, because the job to fix yourself when you destroy yourself, it's work. And I'm talking about work. So you don't want to do that, right? So ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful people out there, wonderful, hardworking people out there, the heroes, please do yourself a favor. Try having problems with the problems that you have. Recognize your problems. Stop minding everybody's problems and minding everybody else's business. Why am I talking about this today, right? I didn't just get out of the bed and decided, oh, I'm going to YouTube to talk about problems and tell people to mind their own business. No. half of the issue that most of us have is other people's problems. For example, if so-and-so comes to your house, Jennifer comes to your house, and Jennifer says, oh, I'm having a problem with Mike. And Mike did this, and John did that, and then Becky ran over here and assumed this. Now we're taking all her problems in, especially if you're like me, right? Now you're taking all her problems in, and what are you doing with it? You're invested so much time into this problem trying to help Becky that you don't know, or all the people that she's mentioned, and most of all, your friend that's telling you this problem, you're trying to help her fix her problems, that you immediately forget about the problems that you have, right? If we focus so much on the problems that we have at hand and try to fix our own problems, believe me and you, we will just be moving like I don't even know, our life will be so easy, right? Not too easy to a point where it's just normal to have problems in your life, but you will have so much less to deal with, right? So what I'm basically saying is what everyone else is saying. I said I like to just confuse people when I say have problems with the problems that you have. What I'm basically saying is mind your own business. Just mind your own business, right? Stop minding everybody else's business. Mind your own business. I'm not saying don't listen to your friends when they come and speak to you about their issues, and I'm not saying ignore everybody else. I'm not saying that. I'm not, because you want to be there for someone as much as you want someone else to be there for you. We are human beings, right? And we all need somebody, right? When people say, oh, I don't need nobody, please, we all need somebody. That's just anger speaking. We were made to need another person, right? And that other person that we need is not to come fix our problems. You can't expect someone to fix a problem that you have that you couldn't fix, right? That's not their job, right? Your job is to work on yourself. And if you're lucky enough to have that person who's there to listen to you so much, if you're lucky enough, then they'll sit there and listen to you. But please don't expect someone else to take your baggage, or baggages if that's a word, and from you, because it's yours, it's not theirs. They have their own issues that they got to deal with, right? So worry about the problems that you have, right? Please have a problem with the problems that you have. If you don't have a problem with the problems that you have, you're going to create more problems on top of each other, and it's just going to build and build and build and build and build. And what's going to happen is that with all these problems that you have now, it's just like, where am I going to start? You don't want to get to the part of where I'm going to start, right? So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to talk to people who you trust about your problems and your issues. And sometimes we also have to recognize that sometimes that our problems are not our life stories, and they're not our whole life. They're just an issue or problem that we have at that time that we can work on. Sometimes we make our problems and our issues our story. It's not our story, and it's not who we are. We all go through things. We all face obstacles in life. It's called a journey. It never ends. Things will happen. You're gonna fall on your face. What is not good is that when you don't get back up. So if you fall 1,000 times, you got to get back up 1,000 times. You don't stay there. You get up, and the more you get up, the stronger you become. So it's okay to have problems. It's okay to have issues, and the reason why a lot of us don't want to recognize the problems that we have, and the reason why most of us don't want to address or even know that we have a problem, is because sometimes it is painful to recognize that you have that problem. It's hard to recognize that you have that issue going on. Sometimes it's even embarrassing. But what do you rather do? Or you rather go insane, or you rather face the problem and then fix it, right? As for me, I'd rather just go through the pain of knowing the problem and fixing it than just, destroying my mental peace, destroying my mental peace, destroying my inner peace, and just losing myself over a situation that I know I could have fixed right? Everything is fixable. You know, if it's there, you can fix it. They always say, God do not put you through problems that he knows you can't fix, right? We can fix it. So I just wanted to put that out there. Please have problems with the problems that you have. You cannot fix everyone else's problems, right? You cannot fix on everyone else's problem. Your first job is to work on yourself before you try working on someone else, right? Mind your problems and mind your own business before you mind someone else's business and someone else's problems. Because when you do that, when you mind people's business and people's problems all the time, what happens is that you start to gossip, right? And gossip is betrayal. But I'm not going to talk about gossip in this session right now because I'm going to be on here for the next 25 minutes if I start that topic. That is a long topic. All I'm saying is that, you know, work on yourself, work on your problems. See the problems that you have, because when you have problems, what's going to happen is that you're not only destroying yourself in the process of this problem, you're also going to destroy other things that will come your way. Sometimes you will have so much problems that a great thing will come and you won't even see it. A great opportunity will come and you won't even see it. A great job might come and you won't even see it because you're so burdened with this problem that you have, that you did not take care of. But if you recognize the problem, you can be able to work on it. And like I said before, some of us do recognize the problem, but we don't want to do the homework. We don't want to do the work to take care of the problem. So please, take care of yourself so you can take care of your kids, so you can take care of your family, so you can take care of your husbands, so you can take care of your boyfriend, so you can take care of yourself, so you can take care of the business that you have running, so you can take care of life itself, right? So just worry about the problems that you have and before worrying about someone else's problem. That's all I would like to say today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all for watching all the time. And I'm so glad that this platform is starting to, you know, build some kind of conversation. And I'm so glad for all your emails, for motivating me every time you see a new video, telling me to come back on here and share what I have to share with you. So thank you for that. And I'm also very happy that I no longer feel like I'm having a me-versation. I'm actually having a conversation here. A me-versation is a word that I've created. I created a lot of my own words. A me-versation is me having a conversation with myself, which I'm doing right now. But when you come in and you address the problem, or you talk about the problems that I'm addressing, or whatever you do, it becomes a conversation. So thank you so much for tuning in always. And thank you for always, you know, motivating me. I thank my supporters. I thank my family. I thank my friends. I thank everyone, literally everyone, you know, that have been supporting me on this journey. And I just hope that we can all always take something from something that I share with you guys. So don't forget, mind your own business, right? Mind your own business, mind your own problems, right? Worry about yourself. You want to be the greatest you ever. You want to be the best you that you can be. And in order to help someone else, for those who love to help people, we have to understand that we must help ourselves first. First, right? We have to also start practicing what we preach. I'm working on that. I'm working on it. We have to start practicing what we preach, right? So work on yourself so you could be a better person for someone else. If you really want to help people out, if you really want to be there for that person that you love, if you really want to be there for that person that you care about, please work on yourself first. Work on your mental health, physically, emotionally, even financially, right? You can't keep giving out something that you don't have. So work on yourself so you could be there for someone else. So in order to do that, you have to mind your own problems and mind your own business and work on yourself. Then you can work on someone else. But remember, you cannot fix them. You can only help them. Let me make that clear. You can help someone, but you cannot fix them. And you can only help someone who is willing to help themselves, right? Help someone who is willing to help themselves. You cannot help someone who has no determination and no howsoever, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know, I forgot. But someone who doesn't want to work on themselves, you cannot help them work. You can't force anyone to do anything, right? So work on yourself enough where you are comfortable enough, and you see yourself actually doing the self-work to go work on someone else, right? So thank you for watching again, and I'll see you next time when I tune in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful evening, and can't wait to see what everyone else has to say about minding your own business and having problems with the problems that you have. Let's continue to have problems with the problems that we have, right? Thank you. Bye.